Regular Yves Rocher brow pencil. Almost dropped my hourglass palette. Oh my god. Hi everyone! So today I really felt like sitting down and just doing my makeup. So this is going to be a get ready with me. And today I also felt like doing something very colorful on the eyes. Maybe something blue. And for the skin, something very natural. Alright, so let's get started. I'm directly going to start with my eyes because I am going to do something very colorful. I'm probably going to get some fallout, so I want to make sure that my base will be flawless after. So I'm going to start with my eyes. So you know the drill. I'm going to take my Urban Decay primer, put this all over my lid. And I'm really going to blend this quite far on the outer and inner corners because I am thinking of doing a very big look, natural face and very intense eyes. And I'm sorry if the lighting is a little bit off. I film with daylight, with natural light, and today is quite rainy. It's a really rainy day. But you know, today is one of those days you just wake up. Outside is gray and you just want to do nothing. You just want to procrastinate, cozy up in some blankets and watch Netflix all day long. That's one of those days. We're going to use this today. If you saw yesterday's video, I followed makeup hacks and I used a soda cap to do a cut crease, and I was shocked how well it worked. So I'm going to use this today. I'm first going to set my eyelids just to be sure that the colors we'll put on top will blend nicely. Looking good. And I'm going to be grabbing the NYX Ultimate palette, and it's in the shade Brights. I bought this because I wanted to do some colorful looks. I quite like it. I do find some shades that are a little bit patchy. For example, the pinks. I did have some difficulty trying to blend those in another video. Same goes with the yellow. The yellow isn't really intense, but I never really tried the blues, so I'm going to do that today. So I'm going to take this with my big fluffy brush. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start and doing a cut crease using my little cap. Of course, you don't have to use this. You can just go in with the eyeshadow and then cut the lid with some concealer. But I really just feel like trying this out again. So the tricky part here is to have the perfect placement. I like my cut creases to be quite high because I do have hooded eyes. So we'll start with this. It's looking kind of messy. I'm going to do the same on the other eyes, and I'm just going to blend everything out because this time it didn't really work well. So I'm really going to concentrate the color on the inner corners. I want to do a half cut crease going to a blue gradient. Alright, so now I have the base color. I'm going to grab the shade right next to it. It's just a little bit darker with a smaller brush. And I'm going to place this closer to my crease just because I want a gradient from dark blue to a very pale blue. I think I have the intensity that I want. I can always go back after with more of a detailed brush to pack more color on, but I think that's going to be good. So next I'm going to take a little bit of concealer with my concealer brush. I'm going to take my MAC Pro Longwear concealer. I use the shade NC15, and I'm just going to cut the crease using that. And I'm also making sure to bring the concealer quite down here because I am going to apply some color there. So I really want to make sure that the color will apply the same everywhere. I do not want any patchiness. Alright, so now that I have both cut crease, I feel like this one, they're a little bit differently shaped, but we're not perfect. I cannot do perfectly even cut creases, so I'm just going to leave it like that. I'm just going to go back with the blue and clean up some of the edges here. I'm going to grab a angled precise brush. Next, I'm going to be packing the light blue shade with a compact blending brush. I'm going to take the same like light blue shade here, and I'm going to start packing this on the outer corners. And you really don't have to worry about the under eye area because we are going to clean that up after with some concealer. Next, with the same brush, I'm going to grab the darker teal shade in the palette, and I'm going to pack this closer to the outer corners just to create a gradient. And I'm also going to blend that shade on my lash line. Alright, so now that I have both sides on, I'm going to take a little bit of makeup remover and I'm just going to clean the under eye area. So these shades are a little bit patchy. I'm trying to tap it on. There's just some areas that the color isn't really sticking. Next, I'm going to grab my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, and I'm just going to grab the white shade. If you have any white shadow, you can do this step. And I'm just going to pack this on the crease, on the cut crease, just to make it a little bit more light. And I'm also going to blend this with the blue. And I'm also going to clean out this area because the outer corners, I really want it to be harsh, like a very harsh blue line. So I'm just going to clean up the upper part of my brow with that white shade. The pigment is just disappearing. I'm going to leave my eyes like this for the moment. Next, I'm going to do my complexion. And for my complexion, I'm pretty much just going to do some spot correcting. So I'm going to take the same Prolong Wear concealer. I'm going to put some on my under eye, on the center of my face, and on blemishes. And I'm going to take my beauty blender and blend everything out. Alright, so now that I'm all concealed, I'm going to take my powder brush and put this all over my skin, just to mattify my skin tone and add a little bit of coverage. Alright, I'm just going to pack more blue on the outer corners. Like, this shade is really patchy. And I'm just going to smoke some of this color on the outer corners. I'm going to put maybe just a little bit of highlight in my inner corners. Today I'm going to use the ColourPop highlight in the shade You're a Catch. It's a really nice like champagne golden shade, and I really want to use this one today because I feel like the eyeshadow is so like cool tone. We need a little bit more warmth with our complexion. Next, I'm going to pop on some bronzer, and I'm going to take the bronzer shade from the Ghost Edit palette. Alright, now that we're looking bronzed, I never really used the blush in the Hourglass palette, so I'm going to mix both, and I'm going to use that as blush today. I'm just going to put this on my cheeks and across my nose. And just to make sure everything is nicely blended, I'm just going to go back into my powder brush and pat everything out. And for highlight, I'm going to use the same ColourPop highlight. And I'm just going to put this on the high points of the face. This highlight is intense. Holy crap, I need to tone this down. And now that we're glowing to the heavens, I'm going to fill in my brows. Using my regular Yves Rocher brow pencil. Almost dropped my Hourglass palette. Oh my god. So I'm just going to fill in my brows like usual. So those brows are very intense, but I don't really mind. So I'm going to take my trusty Yves Rocher brow gel and I'm just going to fluff my hairs up. And I think we're done. I'm just going to pop on some lipstick. For the lipstick, I'm probably going to go for something very nude because this eye look is looking very colorful and intense, but I really like it. So I'm going to grab my... yeah, I think I'm going to grab the shade Taupe from MAC. Yeah, it's just kind of a warm brown. So this is it for the makeup look. I hope you enjoyed this get ready with me kind of video. I really just wanted to do a very laid back video because right now outside it's raining, it's very gray, so I wanted to do something to cheer me up. So a little bit of color on the eye is always a good solution. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you're doing well. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I put up new videos 5 days a week, so subscribe so that you don't miss any of my content. I hope you enjoyed today's video and I'll see you in the next one.